Hey boos, hey. So, I wanted to come to you guys today and make a quick video showing you my recipe for low carb cheesecake. Now, this recipe is rather simple. Yeah, it's like cooking for dummies. No shade to anyone, but it's really just that easy. What we're starting off with is the the crust for this cheesecake. So in this bowl I have a cup of almond flour, ground almond flour, a quarter cup of slithered almonds, 2 tablespoons of stevia, and a pinch of salt. I use kosher salt. You can use sea salt, table salt, doesn't matter. Right here I have a quarter cup of melted butter, and I'm just going to mix that into this to make like a little crumble situation. This right here is the base that's going to go into my lined muffin pan. Okay. It's pretty easy. We're going to get that back in the bowl. Every crumb matters. Make sure everything is nice and moist. Now, the original recipe does not call for slithered almonds, but I just like the texture variation. It's all about texture. So, cheesecake is already soft, so I wanted the crust to have a little something something in it. Okay? So, next step. We'll take the lined muffin pan. Now I just like to spray it for precautions because I want my cakes to come out. Spray it a little bit, not too much, just enough. You get your tablespoon, which you're probably not even using a whole tablespoon. Not a standard size anyway. Probably a measuring cup tablespoon, even if that. You don't have to be too precise. You just want it to be as even as possible. Excuse me. Yes, this is going to be good. I've been playing around with this recipe for a while now. Pretty much ever since I went low carb. And I think I finally found something that gives me a real, cheesecake feeling. Not just a freaking package of cream cheese with some freaking stevia in it. Like, I cannot live. And if you guys are like me, I don't have a big sweet tooth, but when I want sweet, I want sweet. So, this is how you do that. If one has a little bit more, just go back, even it out, put a little bit from there, take a little from there, put it in there, whatever. It's not really rocket science. Now what you do now is take your finger and mash it down pretty evenly. Press it up the sides a little bit. This is pretty easy. You should have your oven preheating to 350 while we get this together. After I put this in the oven, I'm going to whip up the filling, which is super easy. It's going to take about the 5 minutes it takes for this to bake is about how long it's going to take you to get that filling together. Okay? So, just keep pressing. Make sure it's nice and evenly distributed. And again, remember, the almonds are optional. You don't have to use them. Save you like a carb pretty much, because it's really not even, it doesn't add that many carbs to this. Save you a carb if you're really big on that. I'm not. I do eat low carb, but I'm not super strict. I probably need to get a little more strict so that I can get my diet moving back in the right direction and not just maintain. But we'll talk about that another time. All right. So there we go. Now, those are all done. Now what I'm going to do is put them in the oven that's been preheated to 350 for 5 minutes. I'm going to set the timer because, I mean, better safe than sorry. And we get that going. Now, we get our bowl here, and we're going to take 2 packages of cream cheese. It doesn't matter what kind. I'm using Great Value because I am a budgetnista. And it tastes the same if you ask me. As you can see, it's super soft. I had it out for a few hours just so it'll be easier to mix. Since I'm not pulling out my mixer and I do not own a hand mixer, I want all my cream cheese. I'm a little anal about it, so whatever. Okay, next pack. Get your butt in there, cream cheese. There we go. Okay. Okay, that's 2 packs of that. We're gonna take some sweetener. You can use stevia, whatever sweetener of your choice, as long as it's low carb. And we're gonna put a 1/4 cup of that in there. You might need more, but we'll see. We'll start with a 1/4 cup. We're going to take melted butter. We're gonna put about 2 tablespoons of that. What I like to put in it also is, I'm about to put that last one, why not? It's pretty much, low carb cheesecake is pretty much a fat bomb, so you can't really go wrong. But what I like to put in here as well is 2 tablespoons of sour cream, but since I don't have any today, we're just gonna veto it. And this right here, which is my favorite new flavoring, we're gonna put the vanilla butter and nut flavoring up in here. It's so bomb, like, and it adds color to it. Like, you see that? Oh my gosh, the recipe calls for a teaspoon, but I like vanilla, so I'm just gonna put a tiny bit more. What else I like to put is about a tablespoon of honey just to balance out the stevia. No, it's not low carb, but it is healthier than sugar, and it serves a purpose. A tablespoon is all you need. I'm gonna get this broken up. Now this recipe can be multiplied or divided how you see fit, because the basic ratio is 1 + 1 + 1. 1 package of cream cheese, 1 egg, you know, like that. Every package of cream cheese you use an egg per package. So it's pretty simple. And you use a tablespoon of butter and sour cream per package. It's pretty simple. I'm gonna get me a whisk in a minute. I just wanted to get it together. It smells so good. That flavoring is everything. Like, it adds the next level of yum to this thing. I promise you guys. If you are in your local store shopping, wherever it is, grab you 1 or 2. I'm telling you. I hope when I go back to this store that they end up having it. Okay. So we're just gonna whisk. I'm mad I'm chewing gum right now, so I can't really taste. But I'm gonna put a tiny bit of liquid to loosen it up. I like to use coffee creamer, another level of flavor. It's usually sugar-free, but I had this in the fridge, so we're just gonna go with that. It's about a tablespoon, just to loosen it up a little bit more. You see, you hear the oven beeping? In that 5 minutes, we done got this filling together. The only thing to do now is just to whisk it a little bit more, just to make sure. That it's as smooth as possible. Yes, you can get it more smooth with a hand mixer or a stand mixer, but I don't care about that. Okay. Let me try to. Now, taste. Pretty good. Me being me, I think I'm gonna add a little more of the sweetener. Another 1/4 cup. And another tablespoon. Remember I said 1-1-1 ratio. So since I have 2 things of cream cheese in here, that's 2 tablespoons of the honey and a 1/2 cup of sugar, which equals out to 2/4 cups. Mix that up. And don't worry, if you do it by hand like I'm doing, don't worry about your batter being super smooth. You want it as smooth as possible and everything to be incorporated. That's the goal. That's the goal. All right. Now, I think that's perfect. All right. So what I'm going to do is get this pan and set it over here. And I'm going to take same spoon I used for the crust mixture and just spoon this mixture into the muffin cups. It should make 12 mini cheesecakes. Now what I like to do is start with a tablespoon each and then just go back around and evenly distribute the rest of your filling. It's okay if you fill it up pretty much to the top because they rise when you cook them, but then they also settle. So as you can see, these are so freaking good. Now for a topping, you can just mash up or slice up, whatever. Probably mash would be better. Some fresh strawberries, a little bit of lemon juice, and a tiny bit of your sugar substitute or honey, your choice. And that would make a nice topping. Last time I made these, I used some dark chocolate. I actually used cocoa powder and coconut oil is what I did. And they were actually delicious. It was just a little too bitter for me, so I have to adjust that ratio. This time, I think I'm going to do a peanut butter drizzle. And just to do that, I'm just going to warm that up in the microwave. But I'll probably show you guys when I'm done. Put a half Now the ones that you see could use a little more filling. You put some more in those first. Get this one for sure. But as you can see, it's perfect. It's enough for 12 of these yummy ummies. Yes, scrape the bowl. You want all of this deliciousness. Trust me. If you have a family who is not on the low carb bandwagon, I suggest you hide these because they're delicious and they don't taste low carb and they will eat them. Shoot, hide them from yourself because you'll end up eating them, the whole pan. Trust me. Okay, so I guess you can just move it out a little bit. It'll smooth out itself. It doesn't really matter. Now what you can do, wiggle, wiggle, tap, tap, just to even it out a little bit. Okay. And what we're going to do now is put these in the oven. These are going to go into the oven on 350 for 20 minutes. So you can set your timer. Boom, boom. Let's cook those. And when those are finished, I will come back and show you guys what exactly they look like and if I decided to top them or not. All right, guys. So I'm back and I am taking these yum yums out of the oven. And this is after 20 minutes of baking. Yeah. And you see how they puffed up? Yeah, they're definitely done. And trust me, they're still gonna settle because that's what cheesecake does. Yeah. So after this, the recommendation is to put them in the refrigerator for about an hour and let them cool, and actually they're ready to eat. Now if you want to top them, you can top them with fresh berries, mash up some blueberries or some strawberries, blackberries, whatever. I actually have some peach marmalade. I think I might add a little lemon juice to that and put it in the microwave for a hot second and spoon these over them when it cools down. Not sure. Or the peanut butter drizzle, like I said the first time. Not sure, but if I decide to do any of that, I will let you guys know. But for the most part, there you have it. Low carb cheesecakes.